What's going on, everyone? Welcome to today's video. If you're new here, my name's Ben Richardson. I am the best looking chemical engineer with a crooked nose on the face of the entire planet. And in this video, I'm going to give you 5 ways to get stronger without getting bigger. Now, if you're new here, I want you to subscribe because my channel is going to teach you how to live a healthy and sustainable life through fitness, nutrition, and lifestyle decisions that you make in general. So go ahead and subscribe and turn those notification bells on so that you don't miss out on any of my latest content. So by the time you're finished watching this video, you'll have 5 ways that you can go about getting stronger without getting bigger, because that's kind of the physique that a lot of people are after. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So one thing that I really briefly want to touch up on is the difference between myofibrillar hypertrophy and sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. So myofibrillar hypertrophy you can associate with strength training, and then sarcoplasmic hypertrophy you can kind of associate that with pump training, if you will. So to kind of distinguish those, strength training is really where you want to focus your efforts if you want to get strong without getting big. And then pump training, we don't want that to be so much of a focus because that's really going to activate a lot of muscle growth, and this is what a lot of pump lifters do. I mean, they have bigger, bulkier muscles because they incorporate that kind of training into their routine. So just to kind of understand the difference between the two. Now, to some extent, some degree of muscle growth is going to take place with both kinds of hypertrophy, because at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's hypertrophy. So I just want to distinguish the two before I get into it. So let me get into the tips. Tip number 1 is to work in a lower rep range with heavier weights. Now, I do still want to mention that you want to work in a rep range, and even though you're doing a lower amount of reps and a higher amount of weights, you don't want to do 1 rep maxes. The reason that I don't recommend that you do 1 rep maxes is because I think they're just a disaster waiting to happen. It's a prone way for you to set the path to you getting injured. If you're regularly doing 1 rep maxes, that's a surefire way for you to hurt yourself. So I don't recommend doing them. Work in some kind of rep range, and the rep range that I recommend here is 4 to 6 reps. You also want to focus on big compound lifts that are going to activate a lot of muscle groups, and it's really going to recruit your entire body to perform these lifts. And another thing that I want you to do is rest longer between your sets. So I recommend anywhere between 3 to 4 minutes between your sets. Do about 4 to 6 reps each. And if you're not using reverse pyramid training, I would definitely recommend that you do that. So do your heavier set first, lighten the load a little bit, do 4 to 6 reps, then lighten the load again, do 4 to 6 reps, and repeat that for each of your sets. You do still want to do a warm-up set because, again, you're going to hurt yourself if you just jump right into doing your heavy set. So do a few warm-up sets, get your body nice and primed to do a big heavy lift, but definitely use reverse pyramid training and work in a lower rep range, rest longer between your sets, and focus on big compound lifts, and that'll help you out. Tip number 2 is to focus on explosion. So I'm kind of going to use the terms neuromuscular recruitment and functional training. I'm kind of going to use those interchangeably. It's kind of the same thing. That's really what you want to focus on. An explosion is really going to give you the best bang for your buck in terms of getting stronger. So kind of the objective here is you want to do your 4 to 6 reps on your big compound lifts as quickly as possible, but you still want to maintain a good degree of control. So it's a little difficult for me to explain, but essentially you want to focus on explosion and you want to do your reps pretty quickly, but you still want to maintain some degree of control, if that makes any sense at all. And once you find that sweet balance, that's essentially what neuromuscular training is. So a tip for you to go about doing this is always leave 1 rep in the tank. So never go to complete failure with your reps. Always do 1 less rep than what you think you can do. And that's going to help you really focus on explosion when you do your reps. And that's really going to help you reduce the amount of time that it takes for you to do your 4 to 6 reps. So for example, if you know that you can bench press 225 pounds for 5 reps, then you might want to just do 4 reps and really focus on doing them as explosively as you can and try to reduce the amount of time that it takes for you to do 4 reps. But again, you still want to maintain some degree of control, but really focus on those explosive reps. All right, the third way that you can get stronger without getting bigger is to work on the same exercises for about 6 to 8 weeks. So you don't want to do this exercise substitution every few weeks where you're switching out exercises all the time. You really want to pick a few really good compound exercises and focus on progressing on those for a few months. If you want to get stronger, you need to force your body to adapt to being able to do movements more efficiently. So if you allow a few months working on certain exercises, you are definitely going to get stronger and your body's going to become much more efficient at performing those exercises. And always remember, you want to work in a lower rep range if you want to get stronger without getting bigger. So again, shoot for the 4 to 6 reps, rest about 3 or 4 minutes between your sets, and really focus on a few really good exercises for a few months, get really efficient at doing them, and you are definitely going to notice your strength increasing on all of your lifts. All right, the fourth way that you can get stronger without getting bigger is to improve your grip strength. So grip strength is a vital aspect of building strength in general and lifting weights. The illustration I like to give here is an arm wrestle. So you can lift really heavy weights, but if you don't have solid grip strength, you're going to lose an arm wrestle. So if you really want to go about improving your grip strength, I am going to recommend that you do weighted pull-ups. Now, it might surprise you that I'm not going to recommend you doing deadlifts. You should definitely prioritize weighted pull-ups over deadlifts. Deadlifts certainly are a great movement, don't get me wrong, but in terms of improving your grip strength and your functionality, and if you're watching this video, you're probably shooting for a leaner, more slick physique, and I definitely think that weighted pull-ups should be prioritized over deadlifts. Deadlifts are certainly a great exercise to do, and they certainly do recruit a lot of muscle for you to do them, but when you're hanging from a pull-up bar with weight attached to you, that is going to do wonders for your grip strength, and your grip strength in general is really going to help you progress in lifting heavier and heavier weights. So grip strength is definitely vital to getting stronger without getting bigger. And then tip number 5 is that you need to understand that your nutrition is going to play the biggest role in terms of how your physique looks. So if you are aiming for a more lean, slick physique and you're not trying to get huge or bulky or anything, you're aiming for like a real shredded but you're still strong kind of physique, then you absolutely need to dial in your nutrition. So you can't get strong without getting big if you don't eat in that manner. I mean, if you eat like you're trying to get big, then you're gonna get big. So you need to adjust your nutrition accordingly. So it's best to eat in a very mild calorie deficit, and you also want to adhere to a proper macronutrient ratio. You want to eat enough food so that you're still supporting your training and you can still progress in your strength, but you still want to eat in a mild calorie deficit so that you're not gaining weight or gaining fat or anything like that. Eating in a very mild calorie deficit is gonna really optimize your results that you're looking for in terms of getting stronger without getting bigger. And I have plenty of other videos on nutrition tips and, macronutrient ratios, tips for dieting and all that stuff, getting lean, losing weight. So make sure you check out some of my other content in terms of nutrition, but you definitely want to dial that in if you want to get strong without getting big. So those are my 5 tips. If you need more help, I do offer one-on-one virtual coaching. I can help you set up some kind of fitness program or a nutrition protocol for you to stick to. So if you're interested, go ahead and connect with me on Instagram, shoot me a direct message, message and I will hook you up with a solid plan. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And again, if you're new here, I want you to subscribe because my channel is going to teach you all about how to live a healthy and sustainable life through fitness and nutrition and lifestyle. So go ahead and subscribe because I'm going to be posting videos like this every single week. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.